Well, tonight, President-elect Donald Trump is asking the Supreme Court to delay the ban on TikTok. Thanks for joining us for 10 Tampa Bay at 11. I'm Miranda Parnell, in tonight for Dave and Courtney. Now, TikTok could be banned on January 19th here in the United States after lawmakers decided on removing it from app stores as a part of a larger defense bill. President-elect Donald Trump says he wants to help find common ground. TikTok's parent company has long argued the ban would violate First Amendment rights. Earlier this year, Trump said he believed there were national security risks, but opposed banning it. Supreme Court justices will hear oral arguments for the case on January 10th. Now, here in Florida, a sweeping new law is set to take effect on the 1st that would block some teens from certain websites and would require age verification on sites where content could be considered harmful to minors. It was considered a major victory for lawmakers and for Governor Ron DeSantis, but as 10 Tampa Bay's Chris Hurst explains, 2 court cases could overturn the law.
The first thing to note is that the content in question is protected presumptively by the First Amendment.
2 lawsuits winding their way through federal court argue Florida's new social media law is unconstitutional and that judges have ruled in their favor for decades.
And Florida will say, well, that's protecting minors from harmful content. But then where they're really going to be in trouble, though, is on showing that the law is the least restrictive way of protecting minors.
The law puts the onus on websites to make sure children aren't viewing content that could be considered harmful.
This is really nanny state legislation that invades parental authority.
Free speech advocates want an injunction to pause the law taking effect on January 1st and say there are other ways to prevent harmful exposure.
The way to protect Florida's kids is to let parents use tools like blocking software that are readily available, that parents can decide for themselves whether they want their kids on social media.
I'm going to fight like hell to uphold this in court.
This week, Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody asked for a stay in one of the cases to allow the law to take effect, while the Supreme Court considers a similar law from Texas.
We have to do something, and we can't stand by any longer and allow these companies to own our children with this terrible content.
What isn't known is what all individual websites will do come the 1st.
We will see what happens on that. These battles will take a long time to sort out.
In St. Petersburg, Chris Hurst, 10 Tampa Bay.
And the law allows the state to go after websites with heavy penalties and gives parents the chance to sue sites on behalf of their children for up to $10,000 per case. We have information on the site blocking software for minors on our website. That's 10tampabay.com.